Hello, and we are live. And before I click the button that obviously goes into our intro and not any other button, we have our usual cast, although Odie couldn't come for today because the time doesn't fit him. And I hope you appreciate my title.
Yeah, I didn't arrive late too much.
And I got a joke for you, and I know you'll be very offended over it.
Go for it.
Okay. Your name is Magicien. You see the French pronunciation of it. I know you guys get very offended when it's anything to do with French.
But I'm the type of French person who is not too easily offended, so you can go for it for hours.
Wait, did you just say you're French?
Yes, I am. I'm currently living in the UK, but yeah, I'm French.
Okay, well then that completely put the joke on its head because you are actually magicien. Yes, that's why you call yourself. Yes, I was about to say like that's how usually the French people would say it, but that's actually
Yeah.
your thing. Okay, now.
No, it is. Indeed, it is.
Yeah, like when you start talking about that, I'm like, wait, I'm hearing French. There's something French about how he's speaking. There's also English, but there's also French in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you confirm, Will? Do you hear
What's
the
that?
French and do you hear the British as well as the French?
I can hear both. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. What do you mean? Sorry. What's there to
didn't say
apologize
sorry.
for?
I would never.
Yes, you
I
said
would
sorry.
never apologize. I'm
Not
always
to
right.
me, of course.
Yeah, I'm always right.
Maybe to other people, but not to me. You will not apologize. Okay, now the button. Where is the button? Is this the button? No,
You just found it. You just found it. Go on.
That's not the button. Okay. I think something happened to the music of it. It didn't look quite sync with how it usually is. Oh well. So we have here a noodle who came here and is eating maybe some noodles. Is the noodle eating noodles? Does it qualify as cannibalism?
Yeah, leave me alone, man. I've just come back from the gym. I'm starving. Please.
Nice. Okay, so this is the game that we played a part of, but for the sake of completionism and for the sake of experimentation. Since I found actually quite a few people who can join this time, not Asians, because in Sonium we have mostly Asian teams who cannot make it to this time, and then there's also American time, but I cannot make it to American time because I would need to stay to like 1 or 2 a.m. to actually hit the prime time. And honestly,
also, Asians don't celebrate Easter as well, really. I think they said that they were just like, we don't really do it. Like,
yeah,
oh, fair
pretty
enough.
much.
Yeah,
which is why it's been quite strange for me to reach out to projects that are like Asian mostly, with some Western members. They're like, hey, let's do Easter egg fun. And I'm just looking at them being blank, right? Yeah, you have no idea what it is. You have a rough idea that it exists, but you have no idea that what it actually even represents. And I mean, honestly, I don't have that much of an idea either. At least I didn't until I started researching about it for the game purposes. Yeah. So far we've had Untitled Bank. We had not Sonics, and Kyo actually started theirs. Yeah, speaking of, we sort of started the game like 5 days ago, so you might actually want to do 2 per day because we're like halfway through already.
Yeah, I enjoyed Easter a bit late, I guess, this year.
Yeah, I mean, in an ideal world, I would have come up with the idea of it before the Easter actually happened. Well, I did like 2 days ago, but it fell on a Friday, so the response time from people would be delayed until next week. So in an ideal world, I would have offered to everyone and reached out to everyone to join this game way earlier, but because I didn't, well, yeah, we're celebrating it now. Like 5 days later. Well, technically it started on Monday. At least like this, the Easter egg roll in US happened like on Monday. It was a memorable Monday. Over in the far Western America, we have that, and then we had the unfortunate situation of the Pope on that Monday.
Oh God, yeah, I forgot. Yeah, last Easter, wasn't it? That's crazy.
What do you mean last Easter?
Well,
Easter's still
people
going.
are saying it was like he held out for one last Easter and then he just went.
Yeah, there are even some memes about our favorite JD Vance.
No,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if it's safe to talk about it. Yeah, there are some very disturbing memes.
No, we can talk about him. He had something to do with it for sure.
Yeah, he had like when he came in, like you see how it's no coincidence that he was dressed in black. Yeah, like never mind that most people in suits they actually black or some kind of dark shade of blue. What other colors can suits be? Like maybe purple? I don't know. Like I don't think there's any other color. There's like dark blue and black. There's not really anything else.
We actually had a so in England, like around the time that the Queen died, the Parliament had been in a mess for a while, so we just had like a rotation of leaders coming in, and there was this one woman called Liz Truss. She lasted about 40 days as Prime Minister. I don't know if you remember her. But the only thing of note she really did was crash the economy, and then all prime ministers have to meet with the Queen like every 2 weeks or something. She met with the Queen. The next day, the Queen's in hospital, and then the day after, she's died. So everyone was a bit like, and Liz Truss was like very anti. What was it? What do they call themselves again? Just anti the royal family, pretty much, saying we should just stop sending them money. Which is
anti-royalist,
like anti-royalist, just sort of like didn't really like the idea of a crown. I think.
Yeah, I only know anti-royalist because if you've ever read any like manhwas, like the Korean ones, they love to make stories about Middle Ages with the strong structure. So there are always like three factions: the independents or something, or like independents / rebels. That one category is like very vast. There's royalists. There's anti-royalists. But anti-royalists are usually the ones that are like the ones that are not going like they're still like in the upper echelons, but they're like the dukes, the barons, the other ones. There's 5 I remember. What was it? Duke, baron, marquis, and 2 more. I think Duke is like the highest, Mark is like second highest, and Baron is like the lowest, and there's like 2 in between, something like that. Yeah, I read a few too many of them. I even started remembering them. There was even one where the author went into her own story, but she messed up the whole order and put the Baron to be at the top. So everything like was wrong because she messed up the order of this. Like the whole story went upside down. And did you have something to say about it, Magicien? I remember you were cackling about something.
Yeah, no, I was just thinking about the poor Pope and trade events.
That is ridiculous.
Wasn't a good timing, I guess, but yeah.
I still think he did it, honestly.
Yeah, he only needed like a hood, like a hoodie, and a scythe to carry with him.
I think JD Vance just needed to go boo, and the Pope was gone. There was no way he's lost him.
Yeah. I mean, but the other way to look at it, Actually, I was thinking death is kind of like a figure that is considered to be, well, not death, but the Grim Reaper. He's considered to be like a bad by most, but he's not actually like the one who kills. He's the one who just fetches the souls when they are, when they are leaving the body. But that doesn't really apply to Christianity, so that's I got stories mixed up here. Yeah, actually, I remember seeing memes about Liz Trust because, like, yeah. Okay, so as you said, she did all this and then she just resigned, and then there was someone else who also resigned very fast. It was either like directly after her or directly before her.
Oh God, you could test my knowledge out. So David Cameron resigned with Brexit. Then it was Boris Johnson, and then Boris Johnson basically ruled for a while, and then he got a vote of no confidence, so they just had to get rid of him. Then Liz Truss came in, then she got fired. Then Rishi Sunak came in, and we got rid of Rishi Sunak in July for Keir Starmer now. So yeah, but there's the joke with Liz Truss is there was a everyone knew she was going to fail, so someone on Facebook live streamed a lettuce, and underneath was just what's going to last longer, this lettuce or Liz Truss's sort of term, and the lettuce won. So so there's a lettuce, just people hold up pictures of this lettuce wherever she is, and it just haunts her because this vegetable lasted longer than she did.
Damn. Well, those can last. I mean, 40 days is a lot for a vegetable to last. Like, what would be the definition of when it like finishes the lettuce, when it starts?
I guess when it just like decomposed, really. Well, not decomposed. It just like gone, because it was still pretty solid by the time she was out of there.
I guess the standard would be for it to start being like a bit slack with the decay.
Yeah, no, it was never going to work, honestly. After Brexit, in like UK politics was just such a mess for a while.
Yeah, you got any funny proverbs about the situation, Magicien?
Proverbs?
Yeah, some French proverb. We need to, every time we talk about British, we need to include French. It makes them mad.
We don't.
Unfortunately, I haven't any coming to my mind right now. I'm just thinking about lettuce, Liz Truss. That's pretty much it.
Yeah. Well, now that after this long intro of like 15 minutes already, okay, so this is the game. If I can remember, because I put it up. Like I didn't prepare that much, but today's like the practice run anyway, since it's going to be a regular thing. Okay, so you arrived to West City, and in the West City we don't have like any technology that is associated to urban stuff. Although we have like some hints about what we're doing at our Posse Studios, but only hints. It's like it's a parallel world, you know. So there's no such thing as staying on the phone all day. You gotta talk to people. I don't know why I'm even introducing all of this, but yeah. Anyway, you arrived to this plaza, and you want to find out what is going on. So tell me a little bit about your backstory, like your name, and what your first steps are gonna be.
Okay. I'm going to just keep my name the same with my my name is Noodle, and I will be. What will I be? What do I have to figure out again?
Just explain what your first steps are.
Okay. Well, I'm going to check out what's on top of that glowing fountain, because it's shiny. So I want to have a little look at that.
Yeah. Are you gonna climb right into the water, like the rose water? Or pink rose water?
I might do, to be fair. I might have a little look at that. It sounds nice.
But be wary. Some people put all of effort into decorating this. And over the Wild West, they got guns.
No, I'm still gonna get in it. Yeah,
Alright.
I'll be fine. Yeah.
Brave chap. What about you?
For me,
Yeah. Your name,
yeah.
some
my
some
name-
fun fact about you, and what you're doing here.
So my name, I think you guys have guessed it. I'm the magician. So why people call me that is I'm pretty lucky. I can find some ways to get out of trouble very easily.
Yeah. You charm
Uh,
people with your accent.
Probably, yeah. I just pick out my baguette and make
Nice.
my magic.
Yeah, did you
So
know
yeah, what I'm gonna do? Yeah.
in the Harry Potter books, the magic wand, they call it baguette. Because
Yeah.
it's a stick, you know?
Mm.
So you can just imagine reading it in French, and you just imagine Harry Potter with a baguette in his hand.
Yeah, because it's funny because in French, like if you want to say like a magic wand, you just say like baguette magique, which is magic wand, and then if you go to the bakery and then you just want to have some regular bread, and then you just say okay, I'm gonna have a baguette. But yeah, what I'm gonna do in here? Well, on this plaza, I can see some eggs. I'm very interested about what's those eggs on those stalls, so I'm gonna have a look, see what's in there.
And as you are looking, hold on, what? Okay. Wait, what? Hold up. I think something disjointed in my site. But I'm gonna try it again. Where is my thingy? Okay, so share. Oh boy, I have several of them. I hope I find the right one. That present the view. Okay, this seems to be working. And as you are looking at the X, this guy comes in. Hi, what are you doing here? I've never seen you around. What? You got a name or something?
I don't trust him. Can we take that bell? Can we take that? What's that golden thing? What's he holding in his hand? I don't trust it. Magician, what do you
Bell.
think? I don't trust it. He's got weird looking ears.
Hey, who
Yeah,
are you
it's true.
talking to? I'll have you know my ears are way better than yours.
Magician, what do you think?
First, you're curious about who we are, but who are you first? Please present yourself.
Huh, you think that the local has to explain to you the outside of his name?
Yes, it's polite.
You know, fair enough. I am the Slick over here. That's what everyone calls me. As for my real name, nobody wants to know it. So,
Real.
what are you doing here? This is the place for children. As the oldest child over here, and as the one who knows everything around here, I'm in charge of it. What are you doing here in the child area?
Wait, we're hanging out around with kids. What are we doing?
Of course, look around. What do you think this is? This is
Oh my
obviously
God.
decorated for kids. There are only
Okay.
kids in this area.
Damn.
Shit. How do we explain this?
We were a bit misled.
yeah.
We were looking at the eggs at the fountain. Very beautiful one, by the way. So I think we shall move on to the next area before we start looking a bit too creepy.
Yeah. I
Oh.
agree.
Well, you look quite clueless as to where you even are. You're obviously from the outside. Well, not my problem. Anyway, you should go over to that bar. That's where all the adults are hanging out. That's where they can see their children, like, playing around here.
You got adults in a bar watching children.
Well, obviously they can see through the windows.
I don't know, mate. Sounds a bit weird. All right, let's go into the bar and
What?
check out what these guys are about.
Yeah, hey, listen, you don't bring your strange urban urban habits over to our parts.
You're the one in habit of watching kids, mate. What are you talking about? Wait, let's get to this bar.
Bro, I am literally underage. Of course, I'm watching other kids.
See, that's not an excuse. Still weird.
A child watching other children? Hold on a second. No. I'm not a child. I'm not an adult, but I'm not a child either.
You're a teenager. What are you doing watching kids? See, you can't answer it, can you? You can't answer it. You can't, because you know it's weird.
It's not that I'm weird. I'm unwilling to admit that I'm a kid, but that's what people say about me. Anyway, you better go. We got our special guardian, and he's got a loaded gun. And you best not be seen by him in the child area, much less. No, you travel to the bar. Now, describe what you're going to do here.
I say just listen to see what people are talking about.
I'm gonna grab one bunny brew. Seems good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Actually, that's a good shout.
And as you are walking by, they are very happy faces. They might have had a bit too much bunny brew by now. Yeah, you see, those are the faces of happiness. They are obviously having. They're obviously watching their children through the windows.
Clearly, yeah. Well, we don't know if it's their kids.
Well, it's
because there was only 2 kids out there, but there's a lot of adults looking out the window.
Well, I mean, there's like a good 4, and it's like only like at the moment they are just running around the area. Yes. Now this is a French character, so rate my French accent here. Mes chéris, Easter's more than eggs and fluff. Are you here to celebrate Easter with us? I can see you are not from around here. I know absolutely everyone that lives in the West City.
Magician, I'll be real. I'll call racism on that. That's crazy. That's got to be racist. That's got to be
against who?
I don't know. We're all Europeans here. We can have a laugh.
Hold on. I got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi, mon ami. Looks like you really are true French. Well, can you maybe enlighten us? What's going on around? What are we doing here?
A fellow French soul, isn't that very delightful? So, as you might have noticed, this is a Easter celebrations. I had a personal touch in everything that is happening around here, including the bunny brew. Isn't that making everyone happy? Look at those faces. They are obviously very happy, but no worries. The children are in the capable hands of Sleek.
Who's Sleek?
Yeah, that guy is the Sleek. Obviously, you would have met him by now. He is in everyone's face, all the time. You cannot be in the city and not stumble upon him.
We have not stumbled upon him, I don't think.
Well, aren't you a good liar? Actually, never mind. You're a bad liar.
Oh, what the fuck?
But other than that, Easter, if you are unaware, is more than just an egg hunt and just some fluff and rose petals. I would encourage you to go around the city and do a little tourism. Find the truth in the tales that people tell. And they are prone to exaggerations. We have some interesting characters around here. Not everyone is normal like me, okay? And some of them might offer you to drink something weird, but no, only bunny brew that is brewed in this tavern is safe. Other than that, off you go and have a nice share of tales. He directs you to the street, and yeah, tell me what you're gonna explore.
I'm just trying. So listen to the tales, and don't drink anything that isn't bunny brew. But we were told that by a French bartender, so I'm not inclined to trust that. So I don't know.
Isn't
Should
it
we-
funny when you don't know if someone's telling you the truth or a lie? It could be
Yeah.
the one.
Yeah. Should we? What's up that ladder on the right?
Yeah, it's a good one because all the stairs look pretty much the same. Bunnies and eggs.
What, you wanna explore the ladder?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah, who wanna climb?
Yeah, we want to get up there.
Okay,
You haven't
and,
made have you made a thing for up there?
I mean, the images, no, but we can work with it, I guess. Okay, so describe what you how you want to do it with the ladder.
Well, we'll just step up the ladder. If there's anything up there of any interest, we'll investigate
on the roof of a boutique.
I lived above a stall for a couple of days in North Africa, and I'll tell you what, there's always something going on up there.
On a street stall's roof.
Yeah. There's always stuff to observe from up there.
No, it's true. It's true.
It is true. It is true.
You got to do a bit of reconnaissance.
A little bit, yeah, exactly. A little bit of reading. See what's happening.
Yeah, sure. And as you are climbing, this guy comes in, and he stamps the bottle on the table, and he says, "What do you think? What do you think you are?" Oh, I need to think of the voice. Hey, what do you think you are doing over there?
This has got to be copyright.
Are you climbing something?
We're not climbing anything. This is a lawsuit, surely.
Look, this guy has different color hair, and he's not dressed like a ninja. Okay, so it's all good.
Okay.
And also, Naruto doesn't drink. Well, actually, yeah, he does.
I was gonna say Naruto's like fucking 12 for half the show, so yeah, I doubt that.
Well, like there was one episode where he drank when when he got the day before he became Hokage. I remember this episode.
That's what a spoiler alert.
Yeah, he celebrated before he became Hokage. Yeah, that's a spoiler.
Shit.
But yeah, I guess because of their rules, they actually didn't show anything related to him drinking before he actually became like 25 or something. Well,
yeah,
was it 25 or was like 23? I don't know. The timeline is a bit wonky, especially because there's like a movie in between as well.
Anyways, what did he ask?
Yeah, so
we weren't listening.
Why do you think you are climbing? You are going to crash the roof. Do you think it was, and you are going to fall right on top of all of the eggs?
No.
No, we're careful, mate.
Yeah, we're careful as, man. What are you talking about?
Listen. If you were a child, it would be one thing, but you look like you weigh a ton. You're obviously going to fall right through those planks.
He's just called us fat bastards. He's just saying you look like you weigh a ton. Who are you talking to?
I didn't call you bastards though.
Oh, okay.
But I will now. You are fat bastards.
What the fuck?
It's time to pick up a fight.
Yeah, we have to fight this guy now. I know you're from the village hidden in the leaf, but I'm gonna give you this fucking Come on.
Look, while I might be very convincing in my passion, I am actually from the city. And as anyone in this city, I got a loaded gun.
What country are we in?
It's Wild West.
Oh fuck! I forgot.
And you don't look like you.
He can shoot us, and he will just completely get away with it. This is not fair.
Okay, look, of course there are laws. It's a sheriff, but they seem to be a bit lax when it comes to foreign troublemakers.
Oh, I think
now,
we
before you
were
destroy a
kind of
whole
misled with the. We were kind of misled with the Eastern environment. We forgot our basics. Damn.
Yeah, the game was meant to introduce Easter to Asians, but we didn't finish that game.
I was going to say we've met a Frenchman and I'm going to assume, based off of all context, Japanese person, and we've yet to meet one an American. So I feel like this is unfair that he's got a gun and that this is technically the Wild West.
The guy's actually American. He's just a weeb.
I'm not. Oh, the worst kind of American.
Yeah.
He's more likely to shoot us statistically than anyone.
Nice. So he goes, all right, now you, as people who aren't from around here, you look like you are noobs at Easter Jutsu. So I will show you how to do it. Look, it's a horse, tiger, monkey, a boar, monkey. Okay, that's how you do it.
Yeah, I'm all right. Yeah, there's no way. Oh, what did you do? Horse?
No, that's a tiger.
What are you talking
horse,
about?
Monkey, rabbit,
Rabbit.
Cat, horse, tiger.
Yeah, I can do this one.
Monkey.
You can get that one doing. Yeah, so can you do that? Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's not a real symbol. Not a sign, not a hand sign. And you know, your style is even worse than the filler episodes.
Whoa!
And there's a lot of them.
There is a lot of them.
All right, but other than that, look, I'll tell you about the Easter since you seem to be completely clueless. Easter is about resurrection. It's in the Christian roots, basic theology. There was a ban on what? Okay, hold on, I'm reading the wrong thing. And as the resurrection, Easter is like a shonen arc. Obviously, you know what a shonen is. I don't need to explain to you what that means. It's about a comeback. There was a bad streak of bad luck. Now there's a comeback. It's such a comeback. It's like in the episode 107 of Naruto episode 1, where Sasuke, as you know previously, he defeated the Gaara's absolute defense with his Chidori and set precedent for how to become a Chunin. And that in turn made Naruto, who considered his rival, go on a long journey with Jiraiya to learn Rasengan. And that's actually the only reason how Jiraiya convinced him to go on the journey with him. And so now that Naruto had an answer to the Chidori, he went and had a direct confrontation with him. Unfortunately, they got interrupted by their teacher. Kakashi was like there in the nick of time. And they both flew into water tanks. And when they flew into water tanks, Sasuke made because of the lightning style, the whole metal started bending in weird directions, and he got through the metal right into the water, and there's like a huge hole out of which the water is leaking out from the water tank. But then there's the other, which Naruto made like a very circular hole, but it was very small. And they thought that Naruto lost this one, because if they clashed, Naruto would have lost. But then Sasuke went the other way when he was walking away, and he saw that the entire other part of the water tank was completely destroyed. That is the comeback I'm talking about. Do you get it? Like, I gave you the whole context. Obviously, you have to understand now.
Yes.
Yes, all right. What about you? Do you need more context? I can give you more context. Hey, are you mute?
No, me. I get it. 100%.
You get it. All right, all right. Now that we've understood each other, I hope you understand what a comeback Easter is. And speaking of, the church bells are ringing louder than the Rasengan, although Rasengan isn't that, I guess, loud, but everyone's praying and singing because it's the big win over death.
Yes.
And I heard another interesting news. I heard the Easter Bunny got banned in Old England. Something about being too pagan, they said.
Yes. Yeah, it was pretty.
Yeah.
It was going against the church. We couldn't have that. We had to kill all rabbits because we just didn't trust them.
Yeah, what? I never understood what the deal is with rabbits. I only know that it's a comeback.
Mm.
And I tell everyone about the comeback context.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right. Now, you would, it would do better for you to visit our favorite blacksmith.
Okay. Let's go do that. Let's get some swords. Which way?
Yeah, you just walk through the street further
right.
and he shows you, and you come here.
Okay. So we are in a blacksmith, clearly, but they're making Fabergé eggs, I'm assuming.
Looks like it's probably more like hidden weapon.
Maybe. I mean, that's whatever that is, that little hammer is floating in the air by magic. So we must assume that we're dealing with a wizard.
Wizards. Okay,
Wizard,
that's my domain.
Yeah, this is wizardry, witchcraft.
You're not gonna comment on eggs on a what do you call this thing? Anvil? You're not gonna comment on the eggs on the anvil and the random bunnies?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, but the random bunnies, sure, but there's a floating hammer in the middle of the room. I mean, that takes my attention. I think first. I think.
And
As
as
you
are,
they've got medals on them.
I've got medals on them. Oh, gold. Can we take the gold for money?
And this guy who stands like right behind you, like speaks in your like, what do you mean you take my gold?
I mean, we pay for it. We take the gold to the counter. And
how would you pay for gold? Gold is the currency here.
We give you
and
double that much.
And he's like looking at you like, this is your face, and he's like, what do you mean? He's like breathing in your face from behind.
Oh, I don't like this. We give you double the amount in silver.
You think I don't know that gold is a lot more valuable than silver?
Also, I'd like to point out,
not double,
and not another American. This man is Russian, I'm assuming.
How would you know that I'm Russian?
The accent.
Yeah, the accent gave it away.
What accent? I'm obviously very Americanized.
Well, what's your opinion on sharing?
Sharing is caring, of course. I'm about to
see,
share.
there we go. He's a communist. He's Russian. We knew. I fucking knew it.
And there's like a clank of metal. I'm about to share some interesting blacksmith knowledge with you.
Yes.
The blacksmith knowledge is I am the hammer and you are the anvil.
Oh, I don't like the sound of that. Okay.
I think you saw my hammer. Do you see this hammer?
Hold on, wait, I got this. Listen, brother, we have vodka, yes? We give you a drink. You relax, comrade. You relax.
Well, you're trying, yeah.
I gave it a go. All right, listen, I tried. I too love figure skating. Come. We got this.
Yeah, but there's one thing I know. You look so soft you're gonna crack faster than an eggshell.
Me or the French guy?
Both of you.
No.
Have you looked at us? Nah.
Yeah, nah, mate. What do you mean? We're massive, mate. What are you talking about?
You drink too
You
much.
would not survive hitting the anvil for 1 hour even.
I could 100%. I could hit an anvil for an hour easily.
2 hours.
Two. Fuck it. 3 hours.
You are gonna be out of breath after the 10 minutes.
I'll show you. If we're not out of breath in 10 minutes, we get your gold and your dignity and your secrets. Anything. What do we need from this guy?
Stories, I guess.
Wait, we're trying to get stories out of him.
He's gonna
Ah.
teach us some important knowledge.
If we beat you at this anvil game, you drop some knowledge gems on us, please. Thank you.
All right, look, here's the hammer. He throws you the hammer, and it weighs like 10 kilograms. And as you're catching it, it goes like bonk. Now use this hammer, and hit that sword by the fireplace. And it's like as you're approaching the fireplace, it's becoming very hot.
Oh,
It's like you're already starting to sweat from the heat.
okay.
Hey, what about you, the French guy? Do you want a hammer too?
I'll be real. You just got to get him drunk, and they can talk at this point. I think that's the go-to plan here because this is. I'm not doing this.
Nah, I'm up for a challenge. Give me that.
No,
hammer.
why have you done this? Fuck it. Yeah, I guess this is what we're doing. Cool.
Okay, so you sit down by the fire. You're already starting sweating because it's very hot there. And he's like, "Don't pass out in the first 2 minutes, boy."
Light work, mate. I've got this. This is fine. I would never pass out.
Likewise.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, your arms look thinner than toothpicks.
Oh, what do you mean? I'm holding this 10 kilograms, no problem, mate. This is light work.
That's not your arm holding it.
No, what? What is happening?
You're barely managing to grip it.
I've got this. I've got a fantastic grip on this.
Great, but then you have no arm strength to actually swing it.
Yeah, but I'm using.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, we do. Maybe you're the weak one. 10 kilograms is light work, mate.
Oh yeah? Try swinging it for 2 hours.
Okay. But again, our deal was 10 minutes and then we're good. That was our deal.
Yeah, try. Of course, try not to pass out.
Okay.
Okay, so as you are hitting the hammer, it's like you can barely just manage to do. I don't know if you've ever held like 10 kilogram plates in the gym. Well, obviously you have because you go to the gym. And yeah, you're just managing a few strikes. And it's becoming increasingly hot because you're both working as well as the fireplace is very hot. And you're sweating already. And he's just looking at you, like applying pressure from above.
Okay.
My son would laugh at you if he saw this. And he's not exactly strong either.
Where is your son?
He's playing with the other kids in the plaza.
Oh, we were just there. There was a lot of adults staring at your children. So I'd be concerned about that.
What, you think I don't know every single adult that lives in this city?
No.
Every one of them keeps asking me to make some kind of cup for them, and lately the eggs.
You know every citizen?
Well, of course, there's only like 100.
In every single citizen right now. Otherwise, I don't believe you. Yeah, 100,
Okay.
you said. Okay, I want 100 names.
Well, obviously, I don't keep a list, but I got some.
He's a fraud. He's a liar. You're a liar. You Russian bastard. You.
You're gonna say the Russian spy,
Yeah.
Russian bot.
Was it you Russian dog? What was it?
Hmm.
Yeah.
And as you are talking about, and he's like, for someone trying to yap and work at the same time, you're gonna tie yourself in 2 minutes.
It's been 2 minutes, and this is light work. Look at me, mate. Look, I'm fucking. This is fine, mate. Got this.
And as you're doing it, your arm is barely lifting already.
Yeah, it's whatever. Just push through it. Mentality, isn't it? Really. Mind
Look,
over
mate,
matter.
I've got this. While you are hardworking, I'm sneakily going behind him with my hammer. He doesn't even notice. I'm just going behind him, and then bam!
Yep.
One big hit,
My
and
teammate.
then just gonna tie him up.
Yeah.
And then he
Tie
just
him
turns
up
around
and
like,
asking, yeah.
And then he just turns around like, you think this was a hit?
Fuck.
Oh shit!
You've never
We are
swung a
fucked.
hammer in your life.
Hit him again.
You don't even know where to
Hit him
hit.
again. Hit him in
I
the,
hit him.
hit
Bah, bah,
hit him
bah,
in the
bah,
mouth.
bah.
That's a lot of hits. What are you gonna do?
How is he now?
He's dead.
So no, he
Fuck.
takes his hammer, and then he gives you a good swing at the shoulder,
Ah!
and then you fly into the wall.
Fucking hell.
The guy is like
That hurts.
2 meters high Russian bear.
2 meters. We need to study this man. we need this man's genetics.
The guy is the best blacksmith.
Whoa.
He has to be tall.
Hmm.
All right, I gave you a little warning shot. Don't do this next time. Wait, are you telling me your shoulder is dislocated?
Oh, I need some medical help, mate. Oh.
He needs some medical help.
All right, don't exaggerate so much. Look, I'm gonna take this shoulder here. I'm gonna do. Okay, now it's back in.
You've killed him.
Shit.
All right, but I guess that interesting whip sent you my way. All right, so here's the thing. Hold on, what is this? Those Easter eggs. The story, they're as old as my forge. Well, even older, but our forge has been in the family for generations. It's tied to spring and new life. Pagans and Christians both loved them, painting shells to honor rebirth, like steel reborn in fire. Yeah, that's what I tell everyone here. Everything that's born around here, it's born in fire. And as it is born in fire, our celebrations need to be just as fiery. Wait, are you even conscious yet? And you just see Noodle Bean like on the ground.
Oh, yeah,
Okay, that's enough of a fireplace for you. So he like takes you by the collar and just throws you out.
Oh.
Oh.
I'm back. I love how it just takes me off. Fucking. We need to get a green screen. This is.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's not as bad for me. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just because of your illumination. What's called
Yeah.
the lighting.
It is the lighting. Yeah, look. Little. Yes, you can see. Yes.
Yeah, pretty much. I have like still more than half of the things, but well, actually, how many? 1, 2, 3, another 3. We can continue another time, I guess. But yeah, hope you had fun because yeah, if we continue this, it's just gonna be miserable at this point. It's already been an hour.
To be fair, I actually did have fun. I'd absolutely complete this one again. This is fun.
Yeah, I still have like another half of the story, but
oh, half. Yeah, fuck that. We're doing that another time.
yeah, because otherwise you will be here for another hour.
Oh.
But yeah, But yeah, if you're
Did we
available,
get?
Magicien, we
Yeah.
can continue it another day.
Yeah, for sure. Did we get any knowledge from that blacksmith?
I've not been listening. Shit, did we? What the fuck did he say? At the end? Everything around here is born in fire, right?
Yeah, so the celebrations have to be fiery because it's rebirth. You know, it's the concept of
Oh.
rebirth.
Write that down. Write that down. Someone write that down. Okay.
Taking notes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and no worries. The next character is an actual American, or as best as I can imitate an American. He was like my favorite character when I started making videos.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, I
it's
look forward to
the
seeing it.
French. Well, American. He's like Spanish American, or like Latin American more.
You see,
Fun
always
fact,
have
I
French.
Yeah, see, what's this about? Yeah, you'll have a French guy, but you won't have a normal person. What's that about?
define normal.
English.
By
Next
whose
question.
standards?
Next question. Sorry, I do apologize.
I
love
actually
the Eiffel
cannot.
Tower. It's so cool.
Disclaimer.
Disclaimer.
I've
French
never
people. Shout out.
I've never learned how to do British accent. Like I would need to learn. I would need to grind this for like
We
several
speak
weeks
to each other at least like 4 or 5 hours a week. I thought you would have learned a bit by now.
I mean, back in my what's it called? In my high school, we had like entirely full British education. It's like it was in Spain, but like this was like an isolated British environment where like the British teachers, well, the kids were of course Spanish, but yeah, all the teachers were British. I didn't pick up any British accent, honestly. I don't know what my accent is, but it's
a lot of
not
British
English.
people immigrate to Spain. To be fair, it's very common now. I think a lot of British people go over, especially like south of Spain, like you know where like Alicante is and all that.
Yeah,
you get a lot of, like, well, they call themselves expats, but they are just immigrants because they are now living over there.
Yeah. I mean, mostly it's for people who are like either retired or nearly retired.
Yeah.
You know, the language is a thing.
Yeah.
It's like the people who come to Spain, a lot of the times they're lost not just because of the language, but also because of how things work. It is very informal here with the procedures. You think, like if you're like German or British, you think that if you go to the government building and try to ask for some kind of procedure, that you're going to be given a clear answer and you can just follow it and things are going to work out. Well, no. But no. Things are very human factor over here.
Well, so in Spain, it's just sort of a bit like, you just kind of like, you just sort of figure it out, sink or swim, really.
Pretty much.
Very real.
You just got to adapt to the environment. It's like it's not straightforward. Like that barrier is even bigger than the language barrier, honestly, because you can always have a translator. But the guy who can actually manage the situation, like there's a thing called gestor here, who actually is in charge of doing those things, and you need to find a good one because a lot of them are lazy, honestly. And I completely forgot to actually look at any of the comments. We have a few. My apologies. I didn't look at them at all. I was.
Oh my god! Wait, Baron, you reply or I leave at 5:50 a.m.
Well, I think it's like syncing to his time or something. So it was probably like 10 minutes ago or something.
Oh, we apologize, Baron. Can she meet me up with Trump real quick?
AI art. Yeah, no. Well, I mean, sure. Like the art is not the selling point here. Like it's not a product. It's just a little bit of a thing to express what we're doing.
Context.
Yeah. Sounds familiar.
We probably should have done that. It's like we've done AI art simply because we're too lazy to make a full one.
I mean, I'm not going to draw everything just for a game, especially like 10 slides. And sounds familiar. Like, can she meet up with? I think it was in regards to
Liz Truss assassinating the Queen.
Yeah.
Sorry, Baron, if you did leave. We forgot to turn on comments.
Yeah, funny because we had a conversation about barons before that, and dukes and marquises
Oh, that is a good point. To be fair,
as
Yeah,
they get
shout
smashed. Something about X. Maybe when you try to walk on top of the roof. Well. Anyway, we'll do those a lot, and I finally found some people who can join us for evenings. There's Magicien, then there's Odi, which can join us next time. I think there's like a couple more that I found which can join us eventually, and yeah, we can stream out. Like especially at the beginning, we have quite, I think, a lot of clippable moments if you can find them. Of course, we could post them on Twitter, not just on TikTok. Yeah, I'm talking to you.
Sorry, I'm just sorry. I got a message. Sorry, I'm back.
But yeah, we could probably clip some moments, like a couple.
Oh yeah, for sure.
30.
Yeah. Well, it's how long is it? 55. Yeah. Might work. Get the TikTok back up.
Yeah, I mean, we'll have a lot of those games, so maybe like choose just the best moments, not just anything. You know, just the ones that are most memorable. Because we'll have a lot of videos to choose from.
Yeah, fair enough.
And other than that,
make a highlight. Yeah, so that's it. Already done. Well, I had a good time.
Yeah, and other than that, we'll see you next time.